Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Jeff from BKJ Mac TV, and this is the BKJ Mac Podcast Experience, and this is episode number 50, the 50th episode. So far, I want to take this time to thank all my listeners, people who subscribe and, who's taking the time to actually listen to the podcast. I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to take some time to wish everybody a happy Merry Christmas and enjoy this special moment with your loved ones, family members, friends, close friends around the world, around your neighborhood, around your community. So enjoy this very special, joyous day as we pray and give thanks to the Lord, our Savior, and for blessing us with family and friends around us that love us. Thank you. Now, on to this episode. This episode is very special. It's basically going to change the landscape for many Americans from nationwide, from New York all the way to California. This measure that Congress just passed is going to change the landscape of every American worker. So what I'm talking about is Congress just passed a bill that allows Americans to start saving money. Every single American, no matter where your income level bracket is, you could be making $7.25 in Alabama. You could be making $15 in New York or $17. You could be making $22 in Seattle. You're going to be able to start a 401k account. Here's the title of the article. It states Congress just approved a bill to allow Americans to save a lot more for retirement, but it might just help the wealthy the most. That's the con about this in a sense, but we'll dig more into this. So here we go. Congress passed its $1.7 trillion bipartisan spending bill on Friday. It includes changes to Americans' retirement savings, like raising the age of required withdrawal, but some advocates say these changes would benefit the wealthiest. So the article starts off with Americans might be able to retire with more money in their savings account, but it probably won't help the people who need it the most. On Friday, Congress passed its $1.7 trillion bipartisan spending bill by a 225-201 vote, with Representative Rashida Tibbs voting present to allocate funding for the upcoming fiscal year. It touched on a range of topics from TikTok to higher education to healthcare. A significant element of the plan included changes to Americans' retirement funds. Specifically, the bill allows people to be able to save longer for retirement by raising the age people are required to start taking out money from their retirement accounts to 75. Workers can spend more years contributing to pre-tax earnings. So what that means is, in some sense, you still be able to retire at 59, but they're giving you the ability to keep that money in pre-tax accounts up until you're 75. So in a sense, you'll still be able to accumulate more money into your 401k account, which is essential in having. So for people who may not know what a 401k account is, it's basically a pre-tax retirement account that allows you as the worker to put money into it, and on top of that, it's pre-taxed, and you could also use it as a tax credit too when you're filing your taxes. So basically, you want to think about your future. As you get older, your body gets slower, your health starts to decrease. You're not going to be able to work as efficient as you did when you were in your teens, your 20, your 30, even your 40s. Sometimes you want to just enjoy your time and retire. So in that sense, their 401k account comes into play and you're able to retire. So with this in play now, they're allowing people up to 75 to retire with their 401k plan intact. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather, so please forgive me for that one. But yeah, so they're letting people retire at the age of 75 with it. So it's always important to have a 401k account. But have no fear. As I read this article, here's the most important news from this fiscal funding budget that Congress just passed. It states, it also allows an increased contribution in retirement savings for older workers and paves the way for automatic enrollment for workers starting in 2025. Listen to what I just said. It also allows an increased contribution in retirement savings for older workers and paves the way for automatic enrollment for workers starting in 2025. Automatic enrollment for workers starting in 2025. What that means is this is single-handedly the greatest, most important measure in this $1 trillion bill. Basically, it allows every single worker living in the United States that collects a paycheck to start automatically enrolling into a 401k plan. No more having to worry about the uncertainty of tomorrow. Every single American living in the United States will be eligible for a 401k account starting in 2025. So you could start doing one today and you could catch up. But by 2025, it's going to be automatic. Your employer has to enroll you in automatically. And I say that because it's important. It's an important account to have. Your retirement is key. As you get older, Social Security is not going to be as strong as it used to be. They're projecting 2035 that Social Security is going to fail, or is going to pay out 75% out of 100% of what they owe you. And then that's if you even get 75%. Social Security doesn't even pay you the full amount. Sometimes you might even get 40% of Social Security. You know, you have to have benchmarks, you have to age marks, depending on how much credits you have from working credits that you have that you accumulated. So basically, in a sense, it's like, you know, when you have a 401k account, it's important and it's something that's valuable to have. It's your future. It determines everything and what you're trying to do. And especially when you're trying to buy a home, or you're trying to buy a car, you know, there's so many things you could do with a 401k account that is going to be very resourceful to the American person living in the United States. So the fact that they made it automatic enrollment starting in 2025 is amazing. It's a game changer. It's long overdue. It should have been done years ago. The fact that it has to take this long for it to get done is ridiculous. But at the same time, I'm glad that it's being done, and that many Americans, millions and millions of Americans living in the United States, in Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota, Washington State, will be able to enroll in a 401k plan. Their employers have to enroll them in a 401k plan starting in 2025. Also, another important milestone that everybody should be paying key attention to. This is for students and former students that have student loan debt. It states employees with student debt will also get some assistance through this bill. It will allow them to receive matching contributions in their retirement plans by way of repaying their student loans. So what that means is, as you're making payments towards your student loans, the payment that you make in that section, in that area, automatically goes to your 401k plan. So here's the thing. As you're paying your student loan, you're saving for your future for your 401k plan. Your employer will record that as a payment for your 401k plan as you're paying your student loan debt down. So not only as you're getting rid of one debt, but you're increasing your assets for the future, thus putting you in a great financial picture in the future to come. So this is something that's huge, and this is something that will truly benefit the working class, the middle class, and anybody and any student who has student loan debt. Washington was thinking about the issue, and its student loan debt is a runaway catastrophe in our country. And I'm glad the politicians of Washington were finally able to address this issue by making it where, hey, you could pay off the student loan debt, but at the same time, I'm contributing to my future through my 401k plan. So that works out grand for both sides. However, critics of the plan say that it still tilts the scale towards wealthier retirees and allows them to accumulate more money untouched by taxes. For people who are already financially stable, the higher age might mean they can stow away more untaxed funds in their 401ks, or even transfer more of these to tax subsidized funds to their heirs. That is true. Not everything is perfect in America. However, we shouldn't look at that portion of the bill. We should look at the advantages for the working class and the middle class. I mean, I'm not worried about someone's pocket. I'm worrying about my pocket and how this law benefits me as an individual. Worrying about what they're doing with their money is none of my concern. My concern is, as long as I'm using the resources in the bill that's allocated to me, that's what I care about at the end of the day. So let's see. As we go down this article, let's see. They're talking more about the wealthy. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Real retirement savings reform would address the core problem. Too many low and middle income workers with too little savings, too many high income employees, and the rich with too many savings that is heavily subsidized by taxpayers. A letter organized by the left-leaning Americans with tax fairness. So basically, they're talking about the issues, the economic issues between who's saving money. Yes, there are issues when it comes to the lower income. They don't have much resources to save money, but now with this plan in play, it's giving people with low income the ability to save more money, to create more resources in the future, as opposed to being concerned about the wealthy. I mean, if they really wanted to address the wealthy issue, then they would have continued to hammer it down. But in all honesty, the Republican allies in the Senate and in the House, they're going to make sure they're protecting their constituents. So what do you really got to do about that? Overall, this bill basically helps Americans. It helps many Americans out, especially Americans who are stuck in jobs where when they work their whole lives, by the time they hit a certain age, they have no retirement accounts to look forward to except Social Security, and Social Security doesn't even pay you that much. So with this 401k news and the student loan news, basically it creates an opportunity. It creates a sense of momentum. America is here to stay. The workers are in the front page, and they will get the best benefits money can buy. they'll get student loan relief, and they'll be able to have the opportunity to save for their future starting in 2025 with automatic enrollment. So overall, I support this bill, and I just wanted to point to you, the audience out there, that starting 2025, automatic enrollment starts. But please, I would urge you, do not wait until 2025 for automatic enrollment. Please sign up for a 401k plan now, today, so that way you could enjoy in the perks and the benefits of having a retirement account for your future. Thank you for listening to this podcast, episode 50. I appreciate you guys so much. And this actually marks the end of season 1. So stay tuned for season 2 of the new podcast experience. Thank you for listening. Peace, love, always. Jeff, always. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate y'all. 1.